Alright, what's up? So today I'm going to be trying to make concrete weight plates. Obviously with everything going on right now, gyms are closed, stores are closed, and a lot of weights are actually sold out online. So even if they weren't sold out, shipping a lot of weight is really expensive, and I just don't want to spend that much on shipping, and I don't want to wait until stores open again. So what I did last week was I made like a squat rack and like with a bench press, I guess, attachment or section so I could bench on it. I don't have a bench yet, but I have a bar. And what I'm gonna do today is go try to make like a mold for weight plates. I have 240 pounds of concrete, so hopefully I can figure something out and make a mold and then get these weights done. I don't know how long it'll take to dry, but hopefully it won't take that long. Alright, what's up? So I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I haven't had my camera. So right now I'm using the Osmo Pocket, and I don't know how the audio quality is on this because I don't know if I've tried it out yet. So hopefully it's not too bad, but I just pulled up. I'm going to get out. Hopefully we have some sheet metal here that I can cut out the molds in. I think I'm going to probably make 2 larger size molds and then 2 smaller size and just stick with that for now. See how that works. Or maybe 4 larger size molds. I don't know, because I don't know how long it takes to dry, and I want it all to dry hopefully like in the same day so I can use it, obviously. But yeah, I'm not sure about the weight. I think I can weigh out the ingredients like before I mix it, and I'll know how much it weighs. But really, as long as they're consistent and they're the same weight, it really doesn't make that much of a difference what the actual number is. So I'm gonna get out and get to work. All right, so this should be good for like the sleeve to go around the bar. I'm thinking about if I just wrap it around the bar and then put like 2 nails on each side so that like once it's in the concrete, it doesn't slide out, because I don't want to have concrete on metal, you know. So I think if it's like, let's get this brightness. I don't know how well this does with autofocus, but I don't want to have the concrete sliding on the metal bar. So if I put this inside to sleeve it, put 2 nails on each side to hold it in the concrete, that should work just fine. Okay, so now I just need to find a bigger piece. I'm thinking probably just like 2 inches tall, and then maybe, I don't know, like this thing's got a, what happens with the Osmo Pocket, it films in a lot of different settings. Right now it's on 4K 60 frames per second, and it doesn't do face tracking in 4K 60, so like I might go off the frame a little bit sometimes, but it's what we have right now, and we're making it work. So let me go in here. Let me see what I got in here, in this mess. So as you can see, there's a lot of ductwork in here, but I don't need ductwork, I need sheet metal. So these like round pieces don't really help me out because I need a flat piece. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have it in here though. Alright, so this should work. It's not exactly what I was expecting to find, but it's a thick piece of metal. I'm not sure if it's metal actually. It might be like vinyl or something. I have no idea, but let's flip this. There we go. All right, so yeah, that's that. I'm gonna use that for the plates, the like the mold for the outside of the plates, that other sheet metal for the sleeve inside, and then I'm just gonna get some nails. And then I have to get some like rebar or threaded rod or something to put inside the plates to make them stronger. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I have everything that I'm going to need. So I'm going to head back home and then get started making the molds. Alright, Alright, so to explain how I'm doing this, I cut a piece of sheet metal 2 inches thick, however long, and I'm going to wrap it around here. I'm going to put tape on it to hold it, and then I'm going to put nails through it. And I'm going to put the nails, I have like 3-inch nails here like this, so they're going to be like that, and it's going to hold it into the concrete so it doesn't slide out when I put the plates on or off. Alright, so essentially this is it. I don't think it looks the best, but I mean it gets the job done. And see, slides on there nice. And then hopefully these nails will make sure that the concrete, it will make sure that the concrete doesn't slip off this sleeve when I'm sliding the weight onto the bar. So that's step one. Alright, so I have 2 made. Both slide on pretty well. So that's going to be the sleeves. And then I Googled and found out that the circumference of Olympic plates is about 56 inches. So I'm going to cut this to about 58, maybe 59. So I have some overlap. Nail it. I'm going to make it about 2 inches thick. And then figure out the center, mark the center, put those in the center, and then fill it with concrete, and that's it. Alright, so boom. I got this one done. Hopefully it's about close to a perfect circle as I can get it, but it looks to be pretty good. This is the squat rack and bench setup that I built. So it's basically just 1 inch or 1.5 inch iron pipe, and I built this base. I think it's like 5 feet this way and about a little less than 4 feet this way so that the bar can sit on there nicely. I have a T with 2 Street 90s up here to hold the bar, a little foam pad that I taped on, and then a T with a 90 coming out and foam pad right here for the bench. So yeah, it works out pretty well. It's just the right size. The bench part is a little bit low, but it works. Like, it's a perfect height for like picking the bar up if I wanted to do rows or something. So it's really not that big of an issue. And I don't even have a bench yet, so I'm not too worried about that part. But that's that. I'm gonna make one more that's this size, and then probably 2 that are maybe half the size or just a little bit smaller than this, so I can have some variance in the weights. And then I also have to go back to my job and get some rebar and then the trough or whatever to mix the concrete in. And then I have to come back here, mix it, and then fill these molds. And then I don't know how long it'll take to dry. It says dries quick, but I really don't know what that means. 10 to 12 hours. See, so all right. So it'll take 10 to 12 hours to dry. So then I'll have them tomorrow. Which, whatever. It's better than not having it at all. So see you later. Alright, so I actually made 6 of the bigger ones, so now I just have to make 4 more of those collars, and then go get the trough, and then mix the concrete and put it in. I don't think I'm going to make smaller ones, just because I'm not sure how much these are going to weigh, and honestly, that's 80 pounds in one bag, and I don't think one bag will fill up only 2 of these, so each one might be like 25 pounds, 30 pounds, I'm not sure really. So I just made more bigger ones, and then once I mix it, and tomorrow, I guess, when they dries, I'll see how much they weigh and then decide if I want to make smaller ones or more bigger ones. But 6 should be fine. Like I said, if it's 30 pounds, then that's like going to be 90 pounds on each side, 180 plus 45, so it's like 225, which really isn't, that's a lot of weight. All I really need is only 315, and I can build a decent physique with 315. I don't need anything more than that. So I'm going to finish up, and I'll check back in later. Alright, so I laid down some plastic, and now I'm going to mix the concrete and fill these. Alright, so finally all done. I've been working on this all day, probably for like 3-4 hours now. But this is not the final product, but part of the final product. Almost just has to dry. I have to dry off the excess water that's around the edges just so it doesn't affect the drying process. And some of them aren't really perfectly centered. I started off with them perfectly centered. It's about 17 and a half inches in diameter. So like I put everything about 8 3/4, but during the process of filling it, it kind of moved. So I mean, it's not too big of a deal, I don't think. Just hopefully it's sturdy. So yeah, it takes about 12 hours to dry. So it should be done. It's like 2 o'clock. It should be done by tomorrow at like noon is when I'm gonna check them. So give it some extra time just in case. And then yeah, so this was like 2.5 bags. So about what's that, like 200 pounds. So I'm expecting this to be about 200 pounds plus the bar will have about 250. So yeah, that's that. And then tomorrow we'll see how these turn out. If I have to make any adjustments, then I'll just have to start over, I guess, or I can move on and make some smaller plates, maybe like half the size of these. If these are about 40 pounds, those will be about 20, and then that's really all I should need. Because just assuming I have 40 pounds left, I can make 2 plates out of that. And then, I mean, it's like $5 a bag of concrete, so it's really not that expensive. So if I have to buy another bag or two, it's really not that big of a deal. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow when this dries. Alright, so it is the moment of the truths. These all should be dry right now, so I'm going to weigh them out and then see how much they weigh. Hopefully they're even. Okay, so surprisingly they're all pretty accurate. These two are 31.4. This one is 31.6. This one's 31 exactly. And then those two are 33. So, I mean, I'm satisfied with that. That's pretty good, I think. Okay, so I got two of them on. So 31 pounds, 61 pounds. So this is about 105 pounds maybe. This one was easy to get on. That one was very difficult. So the sleeve on the inside of that one got messed up a little bit, but whatever. It still got on, but it was a struggle. And this one looks to be pretty big. This one probably looks like it might give me some trouble as well. And this one as well. So that one also looks pretty big. But, yeah, I'm going to hit some squats finally for the first time in a few weeks. This one's a little crooked. I don't want to press on them too much just because they are concrete. And, I mean, they could break. And that's not really what I want. So, yeah, let's get some squats in. Not bad. Not bad. First squats in about maybe 2 weeks. So we're back on the grind.